Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the great Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington. Welcome to my channel, everybody. This is my October 2025 Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 6. And I'm going to put my pin back there. I just had an interruption by Hank, so we're going to do a take 2 here. Thank goodness it was at the beginning of the video. Papa, my dear hubby, got his buck today. And so the guys and everybody in the neighborhood, they're all, down in the garage doing their thing. So that's where Hank had to come up and tell me something. I'm like, oh, thank you, Hank. I didn't need that information about the deer, but thank you very much, honey. You know, okay, I know he's overly excited. He's over the moon. He's just, yes, he's getting hands-on. He's getting training on how to skin and do all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's a guy thing. Teaching moment. So anyways, welcome to my channel. This kit is called Cozy Christmas October 2025's kit. You could have made 3, 3, and 3, and 9 envelopes all the same, but you can cut those envelopes up and make great cards with them. So it's really hard. Not sure really how to cut these up. I would not even attempt to cut the tree up. I would use the joy for the tree here and use the Merry Christmas somewhere else, which we are going to be using today. And one of these, you could use one of those somewhere else, as I'm going to share with you today what I'm going to do. So on the back, as always, this QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put this kit together as it is designed. Sorry, there was an eyelash got stuck in my eyeball there. A visual of everything in the kit. Down here it lists those coordinating colors. Now videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes in the kit. After that, we just kind of move along there. This one down here would lead you to this set of 6 dies called the Abundant Joy dies. They will coordinate with the October, November, and December's Paper Pumpkin kit. The stamp sets. This Merry Christmas is fantastic. Love it. I could jump for joy, right? Joy to the world, deck the halls, the star, and the three stars. So with that being said, let's share with you what I have. So I'm going to be using the Merry Christmas from the kit. I'm going to be using these evergreen branches on my envelope from Evergreen Elegance because it's going to need some greenery, and I decided this is going to be my go-to. We're going to be stamping that in shaded spruce. I'm going to be using this nice big sentiment, wishing you a season of gladness, a season of cheer, and to top it off, a wonderful year. I'm going to be using that for the inside because it's big, and this is a really big card, guys. This is a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 front. So it's 5 3/4 by 11.5. I might have to double check that. And then we're going to be using some cherry cobbler. I'm going to be using this embossing folder. It has greenery and some pine cones on it because I have it. I'm going to be using these large Christmas tree dies, both of them. We're going to have this layer in craft, this layer in some DSP that I don't know the name of. Phyllis just sent it to me and I'm going to use it. But I got these for $2.75. Great find at the thrift store. So I'm going to tuck those back in a way. And my card base. This is a pre-made card base. This, like I said, is 5 3/4. I think it is by 11.5, scored at 5 3/4. Now this paper, I also got this at the thrift store, right? This was called Joyful 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. Yeah, I got it for $2.75. So hopefully that is what that flat is. It could be something somebody else stuck in it, but this is where I got it. There's some wood grain, so it's probably different. I don't know, but hopefully it's the right DSP in there. There's my extra bits. And then I am using this piece of DSP. This is on the front, this is on the back. This is what Phyllis had sent me, and this is where I die cut my other tree. So If you don't have a tree, perhaps you have a large circle. So I would do a large circle if you wanted to do something similar to this. That would give you a nice big focal point. So hopefully this won't take too long, but here is our Merry Christmas. Now that Stampin' Pierce mat is up where it shouldn't be, but I have things tucked away all over the place right now. So we are going to go ahead and try to stamp on the Merry Christmas sentiment strip that came with the kit in Cherry Cobbler. We're going to try to get this all right. Going down, right? Hold it down for a minute. Just let that ink soak up into there because I would really, really like a nice dark image. Okay, could have been a little better there, but that's all right. We will work with that. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is that nice dark Cherry Cobbler, which I wanted. So the inside sentiment, you could have it be sideways and do your sentiment, or you can have it this way. Now this is just a 3/4 inch strip that was just off cut when I cut my DSP, and I thought, why not add it to the bottom? This has that beautiful gold in it, so we're going to do that as well. Hopefully get it straight in the center, because we do want to take up a lot of space. And I could add that little fancy, oh no, that came out beautiful. That stamped it beautiful. I don't want to do anything else to that, so I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and stamp. We're going to use that again, but we're going to stamp in Shaded Spruce on our envelope. I'm going to tuck that in the envelope flap because I'm going to use this on my flap. All right, there's that. It's a little juicy. And then here, I'm trying to think, we have Joy to the World. So we're going to do, where's the big joy? Where'd you, Deck the Halls? No, Joy. So we're going to stamp To the World in the Shaded Spruce first. And then I'm going to stamp my Joy on top in the Cherry Cobbler. So I'm like setting these in the wrong spot. So move that, bring back our Cherry Cobbler. Going to be sideways, just the way I'm looking at it. I can already tell. Yep. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to, of the evergreen branches, and I'm going to stamp off and then stamp lightly on. So there's just a little bit I missed. That's probably because of the fold underneath it. But that's how we're going to do it. So that's our envelope. Our card base is stamped. I'm going to close up my ink pad so nothing tragic happens. And let's make this card. So we have our Merry Christmas. I know this has garden green in it. This is going to go where it originally is meant to be, just like that. We might have to cut it. We'll have to see in a minute. Card base, it should be nice and dry now. Nope, it's still a little wet. So what I'm going to do is fold this and tuck this inside. So now that I have it, you can see that great big Christmas tree is going to do its job. This is going to get glued straight down. I don't know how many of you will have something similar, but like I said, I was trying to think, you know, if I didn't have this, what could I have done? And I would have used like deckled circle dies and made great big circles like ornaments. And I think that would have been really pretty in the center of this card. Now you could have sponged on here. I didn't want to. I didn't want to bring too much focus to this tree. All the focus needs to be on this particular tree. And then you'll see our Merry Christmas is going to fit here. And this bit, see, we might have to move it up a bit. We might have to finagle this. So this is going to have to get cut apart. Thank you, Michelle, for the cover. So I am going to cut this here. And then I'm going to trim it. So nice to have a cover for that. I'm wondering if I want to add a little gold behind here. I mean, I could add this one here, right? Nope, I definitely don't like it. I like it over here. It just needs to be on the card more. So I might have to lose that bottom piece, which would be okay with me. But I'm thinking adding a little bit of gold thread, or I have some gold ribbon too. Let's see if I still have it. Because it just needs a little gold here. Wonder if I just do like a loop. We'll do a bow. We will do a big bow, but I really don't want to do I don't want to put a knot in it, but I do want a pretty big bow to go behind there. Oh, that is so pretty. And then put my greenery, which this one's going to get trimmed down. And that is going to go there. Nice, 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 nice. If I scoot that over there, I don't even have to trim it down. Just connect it. Okay, so let's go ahead. And these all are going to stay together, hopefully, here in a second. A little bit of tear tape. going to hold these two together. So hopefully they are somewhat, I'm all like thumbs, and I'm not even using my thumbs, but I feel like I'm all thumbs right now. Oops, that's coming undone. Okay, we'll just have to cut it because I can't seem to get it. Where I want it. So this is going on dimensionals. Hopefully. Yes, and I'm still working with that sheet of terrible dimensionals. Sorry. This is, I think, the last one I have of these. I started pulling off of it, and, you know, it dictates that I got to finish it. Might use a little excess of amount here. We're going to go down the center a few as well. Pokey tool, where are you? So yes, if you guys are wondering, by the way, my hubby will still be in the woods. He can't hunt, but he can spot for other people. And it is, you know, it's one of the best things, the group of guys that he is friends with, because they all do that for each other. It's so close to the end of the season. Hank can now go out with him more in the evening, with football being done with. Hank can go out as long as he's got his homework done. Oh, and that child, I'm telling you. So this morning, even though it's this weekend, the day I'm recording this here, the end of the week, I see that, you know, they give these kids laptops, and Hank was supposed to bring his laptop home and charge it, and there's the cord on the floor, but I pick up this cord and it has with the block part of the cord, there's another piece of the cord that's missing that plugs into that piece. And I'm like, Hank, where's the rest of this cord? He's like, oh, it's in my backpack. I'm like, no, I that's the first thing I checked, kid. I said, right now, I said, when you are done, he was finishing getting ready for school. I said, you get yourself out here and you figure out where that rest of that cord is. And he couldn't find it. He's like, oh, the kids are all the time losing them. I'll just pick one up off the floor in the hallway when I see one. I'm like, Hank, if you use your laptop in class, you can't just pick a cord up off the floor if you're going to need that laptop today. He's like, oh, okay. I'll look for it at school. Maybe it's in my locker. No. Well, when I had to go pick him up from school because, you know, Papa got his deer, and of course Hank wants to be part of the party out there, and we want him to. It's important that he learns things. I asked the front desk, I said, how much, I said, and how do I go about replacing these computer cord? I said, because Hank is missing a piece. And she's like, hold on a second. And she talks to somebody. She's like, by chance, did you find part of a laptop computer cord? And then she asked me, she's like, what part are you missing? I said, the one with the three little prongs part. She's like, oh yeah, they have it. So they sent back down to whoever had found it. And lucky kid, right? I was like, are you kidding me? This must be a common occurrence in here. I wanted it over to the side. Okay, I think we're going to put this piece like right there. I'm going to need some more tear tape to hold that down. Yes, that's perfect. Anyways, I just couldn't believe his luck. But then I did ask her, I said, how much are replacement cords? She's like, oh, they're like $40, $50. I looked at Hank and I said, let me tell you something, little man. I said, if you lose this cord, any piece of it, I said, to work off that much money, it's not going to be a little something here or there. It's going to be hard labor. I said, do you get the importance of your computer cord? I said, because it will be no electronics until you have paid that. He's like, yes, okay, I got it. I said, I hope you get it, because oh my gosh. Yeah. just thinking willy-nilly, I'll just pick one up off the thing. That's not how that works. So, but thankfully they had one, and he's like, oh, this is mine. I'm like, I don't know if you could tell the difference of yours or somebody else's, but apparently these kids, they're 6th graders, they're young, right? But oh my goodness gracious, they sure do need some lessons in responsibilities. And yeah, Hank would have been working for a month or two to pay that off. Right here during the holidays. That's what, you want to know what Hank would be doing? He'd be doing work. I'd be having him going next door, breaking leaves. Yeah. He would have been working. So, tell him he just needs to be more aware of his pieces and parts of that laptop. So we are going to be more in the center. I guess we could just do it in the center. It's still really pretty. And these are going to get tucked up underneath like that. And this one is definitely losing this piece. That's just too big. It's too big for this. So I want it to be there. This is going to be on a dimensional as well. There's enough room there for it to be on one. I don't know about the holly. The holly could probably be easier just to stick one on the end there and then just let it tuck up underneath it. All right, so we're going to put one on this leaf here. And that should hold it down. And then I do already know what bling. I thought we could put, if you don't have gold ribbon, I have something else that you might want to use. All right, so do you remember these? These were gold holly leaves. So you could have taken these and tucked these in and around. I mean, I still could, but I really like my ribbon. I really don't want anything on that side of it. I just don't. But you could have used these instead of the gold ribbon. I like my ribbon. And then I'm going to use these on the card. Lori had sent me these last year. And you know me, I'm a little stingy with bling. You can say it. I don't mind. Did I already cut the side of this one? Yes. So I think this is just perfect as we have, or maybe I want gold. Do I want gold? Let's see. My Aunt Carol's string of beads here. Maybe we just want to do gold. 1, 2, we're going to do 5. We're going to do gold. Those would have been pretty, but we're going to do gold. We're going to do 1, 1, 2. So 1. Oops, these need to be cut. I don't know if she realizes how versatile these were, Aunt Carol. So let's go ahead and get these. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Do I want them anywhere else? 3, 4, and 5. I really do want 5. There's so much space on this. I think here is perfect. Or I want to bring it out more. Part of me wants it here. but I'm now, the grid is my issue. So that's where it's staying. I like this one. I don't like this one. Can it come up? It might have to stay. I just don't like this little, I just don't like where that is. I think we're going to put it right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. So not too difficult of a card, just some large die cuts is all. Merry Christmas. And I can trim this down a little bit farther. Now it's going, I gotta trim this down. Oh, no, I so do not like that. But there you have it. So I hope you guys like what I've come up with for this card, showing you a little something different, right? It doesn't always have to be that same small card. It can be something large, big, and bold, right? So thanks for watching, everybody, and I do hope to see you all again here soon in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.